Indonesia's island of Sumatra has also been hard hit, with estimates of 175 deaths in floods and landslides, though the numbers are difficult to confirm. Entire areas have been cut off by flooded roads, and communication lines are also down, hampering rescue efforts. The journalist Juan spoke to me from Jakarta.
The exact numbers of victims remain unclear and is still being counted. Meanwhile, dozens of others are still missing. At least 41 people are missing in North Sumatra and 11 in Aceh. In these three locations, at least 12,546 families have been displaced, or an estimated tens of thousands of people have been affected because of the floods. Like, much infrastructure has been damaged and it's cutting off access for people. For example, the road between North Sumatra and Aceh was cut off due to high flooding. The Banda Aceh-Medan National Bridge in Pidie Jaya, Aceh, was also cut off due to flooding. Several inter-district roads in Aceh and West Sumatra were cut off. Even intercity roads in West Sumatra are now impassable due to landslides. The Ministry of Communications and Digital reported disruptions.
So really massive impact. You mentioned the three provinces of Sumatra most affected. Are other parts of Indonesia currently affected by this weather, and how are the search and rescue operations progressing?
Yeah, the severity of the flooding is evenly distributed across the three regions, but I think North Sumatra is perhaps the worst hit, judging by the death toll so far. Search and rescue teams also continue to evacuate people by rubber boats due to limited road access to the flooded areas. In North Sumatra, at least 2 aircraft have been deployed to evacuate residents also. Weather modifications operations are also underway to halt the ongoing rain until tomorrow.
Juan, how worried are the authorities about the weather worsening? What is the forecast for the coming days?
According to the weather forecast, tomorrow morning will likely be sunny in those provinces. I think it will be light rain likely afterward. There should be no more heavy rain, as weather modification efforts have been implemented by the government since 2 days ago.
And are there any international agencies helping to support the rescue efforts there, or has this mainly been handled by domestic and regional authorities there in Indonesia?
So far, as we could see, the majority of aid received has come from within the country, from domestic. President Prabowo has ordered his subordinates to send aid to the victims. At least 4 transport planes were dispatched on Friday carrying 150 tents, 64 rubber boats for evacuation, electrical equipment, of course, and communication equipment to restore network connectivity.
Looking ahead and knowing the country as you do, what do you think the biggest obstacles will be in moving on from rescue towards rebuilding?
The biggest challenge will be rebuilding intercity connectivity, as bridges, like I said before, have been cut off in these 3 provinces. Rebuilding housing will also be a challenge, as many houses have been collapsed because of this disaster. Therefore, residents will be inevitably be forced to continue to take refuge in the provided shelters. These are the 2 biggest challenges to rebuild the 3 provinces in Indonesia.